friends, this is Wendy with Love and Stampin'. I am so excited that you're here with me today. We are going to be making a Z fold slit card, and before we even get started, I just want to let you know that today, November 14th through November 16th, is the seasonal sale with Stampin' Up. So I will make sure to link to all of the information for that sale so that you can check it out. It'll be over on my blog, but I just wanted to say that before we went any further because I knew I would forget. If you want to get this creative inspiration calendar from me every single month in your email box, all you have to do is sign up to get my emails. There is a link below this video in the description box that says get my emails. Click that link, sign up for emails, and then just follow up with confirming the email and stuff in order to make sure that you receive this in your email box every month. I send it out on the 28th of the month, and it's totally free to my email subscribers. Okay, let's get started. We are going to make the cutest little fun fold card. And I've got the Merry and Bright stamp set and the Bird's Eye View stamp set. And before we even start, I want to just give a shout out to my team members, Sandra Hernandez and Roberta Timmons, who kind of came up with the idea to use the Bird's Eye View stamp set for this card. I was struggling to find the right fit for this card, and this worked out great. So sometimes it's worthwhile to go back and look at some of your older stamp sets that maybe you haven't used in a while. Like this isn't even necessarily a Christmas stamp set, but we're going to use it as one today. All right, let's get started. So to start out, we have our piece of Poppy Parade cardstock here, and it is cut at 5.5 by 8.5. We are going to put it into the trimmer on the portrait side with the 5.5 inch side up at the top, and we're going to line it up at the 2 1/8 inch mark. We're then going to cut a slit from 2 1/8 to 6 3/8, and I'm using the ruler on the bar of my trimmer. And just so you know, you may notice that on the bar of my trimmer, this is a white background. It doesn't come like that. I actually took a piece of tear and tape adhesive and ran it along the back side of this ruler, and then it became white, and now I can see all of my numbers perfectly. So I just wanted to share that quick little tip with you. Okay, so back to our card. We are going to score on the, so I'm putting my 2 1/8 little slit piece here that we have up towards the top like this, and I'm going to score. Is this right? I have to double check myself. For heaven's sakes alive. Okay, so I'm going to score at 2 1/8. I don't know if I did that right. I did not. What am I doing wrong? Okay. Y'all. Okay, now I know what I did wrong. So this slit needs to be down at the bottom. All right, so we're going to score it 2 1/8, but only to the cut line. Okay, then we're going to move it over to 4 1/4, and we're going to go all the way through. And then we're going to move it to 6 3/8, which on this trimmer is almost impossible to figure out where 6 3/8 is. So what I did is I grabbed one of my T-square rulers, lined it up, measured, 6 3/8, I've already scored it, but I shouldn't have scored it down here at the bottom. So just so you know, you're gonna, let me just review this with you. You're gonna score at 2 1/8 just to the cut line, 4 1/4 all the way through, and then you're gonna score at 6 3/8, but only from the 2 1/8 to the top. So I scored down here. You're not supposed to do that, okay? I just want to make sure you understand. So now the way this is going to fold is this folds this way. This folds this way. We're just going to fold it in half, but that's not how it's going to stay. This is going to pop up this way, and this is going to go this way. So just like that. Now, I'm not going to worry about this little scored area here. It's okay that it's scored. It's not the end of the world. It's just technically not supposed to be scored. So since this was a little confusing, I don't know what happened to my brain. I'm going to just review this with you one more time, okay? So let's just go over it one more time so we're sure everybody's clear. You have your 5.5 by 8.5 piece. You're going to put your 5.5 side up at the top of the trimmer, line it up at 2 1/8, close it, and you're going to cut from 2 1/8 to 6 3/8. That's going to give you your slit. Then you're going to turn it, and you're going to score at 2 1/8 from the bottom to the slit. You're going to move it over to 4 1/4, and you're going to score all the way through. You're going to move it to 6 3/8, and if on your trimmer it's too hard to read, then you can use a ruler to mark your 6 3/8 mark. Okay, and then you're going to score from the slit to the top. And then when you fold it, you're going to fold it as a valley, a peak, a valley, and a peak. Okay, and it'll fold flat like this. So it's a Z fold slit card. And obviously you could do it this way too. Whichever floats your boat. All right, then I have all my pieces cut to go on this. So I'm using I think this is called Merry and Bright. Excuse me, reaching into the camera. This is the DSP. I love this DSP. Merry, Bold, and Bright. This is my favorite Christmas paper in the catalog. This piece here, we're going to measure it because now I can't remember because I'm so flustered after my little boo-boo. This is cut at 4 1/8. That's not. It should not be 4 1/8 by 4 1/8. Y'all, what is happening? Okay. It should be 3 1/4 by 4 1/8. So we're just going to trim this off. You would think I did not prepare for this at all, and I did. Sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles, you know? Okay. Don't worry because all this is going to be on a free project sheet for you, so you don't have to worry. All right. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/8, and we're going to adhere this down. You can use whatever pattern makes you happy. I just think this one looks good because I'm going to do the other ones pretty busy. Okay, there's that. And then we have our little lights. And these are cut at 2 by 5 3/8. So this is going to go over here. Like so. And then I've got 2 pieces cut at 2 by 2. However, I think, well, this one will just slip in the pocket. Anyway, never mind. This one is also cut at 2 by 2. So you're going to need 3 pieces cut at 2 by 2. Now you could obviously do designer paper all the way across the bottom of here if you wanted to. Excuse me. In my case, I wanted to stamp on the bottom. So let me just bring this in. I'm going to slip this little guy in here. Yep, 2 inches by 2 inches. And we're going to stamp this little bitty bird. Okay, like that. And then we're also going to stamp the Merry Christmas sentiment. And I want it in a nice solid black. So we're going to stamp it a couple of times. Make sure we get what we want. Perfect. Set that aside. And then we have one last little bird to stamp here. We're going to stamp. To me, this looks like a little owl, but maybe he's not. I don't know. You decide. You can decide if he looks owl-tastic to you. Okay, we're going to ink that up. Stamp it down. And it didn't stamp because my magnet was in the way. There we go. All right, now I have another fun little trick I'm going to do. I have my Poppy Parade ink. And this sentiment from the Merry and Bright is "Oh, what fun." And the O and the what fun are spaced just enough apart that if you stamp very carefully, you can ink up one side at a time. So I just inked up the O and I'm putting it on this one. And then I'm going to ink up just the what fun. And stamp it on this side. Okay, and then we're going to color these little fellas, or gals. I guess they could be little gals. So I've got a B06, a 04, and a 01. Keeping the coloring fairly simple. I want this one to be a little bluebird. And then 01. When I color in real time, I do not do anything too complex because it just takes too long. So I'm just going to set these guys aside, and this one we're going to color gray, and it's just really simple, just kind of like I did with the blue. But really quick, let's cut these guys out. The Merry Christmas. And I do have a couple more cards I'm going to show you because we're needed. Uh-oh, I didn't mute my phone before I started recording. Sorry, guys. It's going to do it again. It's going to ding again. Just ignore it. We're totally professional around here. Can you tell? Okay, so let's just... Now you know how to do the fold. You kind of know the coloring and the stamping. So this is the finished one. And then on the outside, we're just going to add our Merry Christmas. So I thought it would be cute to just kind of have it like almost layered over the edge. Like that. So I'm going to use my precision glue press. This thing is like the best thing since sliced bread, in my opinion. You can get one. I am an affiliate with Misty, just so you know. But I do love the product, or I wouldn't use it. And you can get one of those precision... Oh my God. The dinging is just out of control, isn't it? So you can get one of the precision glue presses from My Sweet Petunia, and I'll link to that, but I think they're sold out like everywhere else. So there's my finished card. Merry Christmas, and then the little birdies are on the inside, and then you can write your little message in here. And if you set it up like this, you kind of see, I'll show you, you kind of see like the whole thing. Like the Merry Christmas and the Oh What Fun and the birds. It's just really cute. You could totally heat emboss right here to make something. Like so many options and ideas. This one's pretty simple. I kept it basic. But I'm going to show you another sample because I needed thank you cards. And I thought, well, this would be a fun fold to do a thank you card in. So I'm going to show you those. Okay, friends, here is the thank you card I made. It is, I love it. This is just proof that you can make fun fold cards without designer series paper. So I used honeybee stamps, and I used a embossing folder that is all snowflakes, and then I used this new stamp set that my friend Kelly drew. I'm gonna go broke buying all her stamp sets, I think, but it's an amaryllis stamp set from Honeybee, and so I used that for the front. Isn't this stunning? So I will have a whole separate video on this card in the Creative Vault. So if you want to see how I made this card, you can sign up for the Creative Vault and see it there. It will be there. I think that's it. So there's our 2 cards, and I really enjoyed making these. They're super, super fun. I hope you make one too, just for funsies, if nothing else. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time, friend. Bye-bye.